check this bit of machinery. Look at that. So that'll be for my antibiotics when I come off stream. I'm going to get my second gentamicin in tonight. I think the last 2 days I've slacked a little bit. I've only had one dose, so for tonight I've got no reasons why I can't get a second one in. So I'll be doing that shortly. The weather's changed again. It's freezing. I put my big coat on today, and loads of hailstone. I don't know if you got it wherever you are in the UK, but loads of hailstone come down. Lucky for me, I was under a bit of shelter. We weren't that bad though. The hailstones were pretty small. It's when they're large hailstones you got to be careful. So yeah, I'm going to have an early night tonight as well, because I've had a couple of late nights. I've not been going to bed till about 2:45, 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what it is, but I cannot drift off when I need a nap. It's been for a very, very long time. I think once when I was very, very poorly, I managed to get like a 45-minute nap in, but they're far and few between. With any condition, lung condition and things like that, it's important you get the rest in. I managed to get a good few hours though. The watch said I scored 87 and I had 4.5 stars out of 5, 7 hours and 51 minutes. So I was close to the 8-hour goal anyway, so I was only 9 minutes off it. I just feel very tired, very, very tired still. I don't know if I'm coming down with something. I have for the last 3 days felt a little bit achy, and not so much achy, more like clammy and sweaty, but I don't know if that's a bit of anxiety, you know, with a bit of depression alongside, or just thinking at this time of year, it seems to be a lot more worse this time of year. We all think more, we all worry more. But yeah, hopefully my niece doesn't come in the room. But it's quite hard to continue doing these antibiotics, even though you can feel them working, but you can't be bothered keep doing them, because yeah, you feel a bit rubbish on them as well. It takes sometimes 30 minutes, 40 minutes to come down off the medication, sometimes even an hour. You know, it's a strong medication, and then it messes with my vision. I've noticed since I've gone back on this, I got told that when I use the gentamicin with a mask, opposed to a mouthpiece, so a mouthpiece would be something like what you're seeing on the end there, so you just go like that. There's less risk of damaging the eyes, so obviously this is pretty snug like that. Potential of that gentamicin getting in your eyes is a lot worse than a mouthpiece. So I don't know if that's why I'm getting a bit of this blur vision or whatever, or the fact that I haven't picked up my glasses, my prescription for my glasses for 6 months. I don't know, but I will say it feels like a bit of blurriness, and you rub your eyes and then it goes. I don't know if anyone suffered with that with the vision. So I might have to make sure I clean my face. Hi there, Rido. So yeah, it's getting closer to Christmas. I'm dressed as Santa Claus. I've just got the wrong suit on. But yeah, did anyone watch the boxing last night? That was on, wasn't it? Tyson Fury against Usyk. I didn't think it was a great fight. No rematch is always going to be great, because the first match, even though they've seen each other on videotape, they haven't shared the ring with each other. So obviously I used to do a bit of boxing, and we do a lot of sparring at the time. And by a couple of weeks, we shared the ring. We knew each other's little manoeuvres. We knew how to defend them, and I think that's what happened here. And the fact that Tyson Fury knew he could be hurt, he took less chances. He grew the beard. I don't see there being a rematch. Really don't see why anyone would want to see that again. But yeah, the good thing is, what I'm liking about Saudi Arabia, but is it Saudi Arabia or Saudi, is the fact that they're putting the fights on that are good, and they're putting them on a time where we can watch them. I hate staying up since I've got older, and obviously my conditions got worse than that. I just hate staying up to watch the boxing. I'm not into all this influencers as well. The influencer boxing, forget about it. But yeah, anybody into the darts? The darts, that's on at the moment. Always is at this time of year. They're out to rob every Tom, Dick and Harry. You've got your horse racing, You've got your football, you've got your boxing, and you've got all sorts you can waste your money on. I'm just talking about my chest condition, mate. I just come on just to, speak about it. Obviously the temperature's changed a bit. I'm sleeping under the window. If I could show you now, I'll show you where my headboard is. So my headboard's there. I've got the curtains. These windows now, I think the seals have gone, because when you open and close windows over years, the rubber seals go. And I've been waking up with a freezing cold nose, right? No word of a lie. I've heated the room up before I go to bed, but I've had to sleep with like a hooded top, and I put it on and it's freezing. Now I could switch where I'm sleeping. I could sleep at the bottom of the bed, but when I've done that in the past, it takes me quite a while to adjust to that. I don't know if anyone's tried to sleep at the bottom of a bed, but when you're used to where the headboard is, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm on a bus and I'm going the other direction. So I don't want to mess my sleep up in that way. Getting used to that. So, well, I'll explain a little bit what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump on my gentamicin, show you what I've got. That's a filter pad. It goes inside here. So it goes inside there. That locks on. Basically, I think it filters the medication out a bit like, so any toxins or anything like that, that's what, or impurities, that's what I'm guessing. You have to have it with the window open, so it's ventilated, and you have to leave the room 30 minutes after it. So you've got some water for injections. Let me show you the water for injections here, guys. Everything's falling, so we've got some water for injections there. So you use about a 2.1 millimeter. Yeah, you get 2.1 millimeter out of it. I think that's a 5 millimeter syringe you've got there. And then I'll show you the gentamicin before I go. I think I've got some under here, or if I've not, I can go and get some. I'll be back in a sec. Back in a sec. Don't miss me too long, because I'll be back. I'm sure he had one anyway. I'm knocking everything over here, guys. I'm knocking everything over. So, this is my gentamicin. I had one out just pissing about with it, but I don't know where to put it. So, gentamicin comes like that. Like this. And what I don't like about these, you have to snap them. And obviously they've got a pressure point on to snap the glass. The first time I did it years ago, I actually cut all my finger. It took a very long time for it to stop bleeding. So basically you pull away from you and then it snaps off. Then we draw the water up. It doesn't matter which way you do it as well. You can draw the medicine up first, then the water. But I always do the water first. And then it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for it to run through, and it took longer through the mouthpiece. And I think the reason behind why it took longer for the mouthpiece is because obviously you've got the mouthpiece in your mouth and you start getting saliva and things like that. So what I was thinking is maybe the saliva is dripping back in, so what you think is medicine pumping out is actually a bit of medicine, but saliva. Plus, why I use the mask is because I suffer with chest infections, but also nasal infections. So even though, with a mouthpiece, you're going to get some distribution coming out here and here, but I don't believe the nose is going to get as much as the mask. So for that reason, that's why I use a mask when I'm gentamicin up. So I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to shoot because I need to do it before I talk myself out of it, which I don't want to do. I want to try and keep myself as well as I can. And get a good night's sleep. So if I can do everything that I need to do now, tomorrow's a new day, a new dawn, and we just carry on. I think the most testing times are now till Boxing Day. A lot of people struggle this time of year, and maybe New Year as well. People like to party and they don't like being in on their own. So just take it easy. If you got any depression, any thoughts that you're better off not being here, remember, there's someone in your life that really needs you and counts on you, so don't do it.